Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Happy Thursday. Today we're going to be doing the next four stages, stages 47 to 50 of the Fanhome release and build the Mark III Iron Man armor. Now, it's all about the leg at the moment. Now, on the live streams, we've been doing a lot of these on the live streams. We've actually completed the left leg here, which looks like this. Obviously, we've got bits coming out, and you've got all that detail in there. And the boot lights up. If I just press this button here, as you can see, we've got the boot lighting up. So that was the left leg completed. In this stage, we're going to be starting on the right leg. Now, I don't know how much there is to do in this stage. Historically, with what we had to do here, there isn't much to do in each stage. But we'll have to see. It's going to be kind of like a mirror, this one, to be honest with you. If you like what you see and you want to get this for yourself, I have put the link in the video description to the Fanhome website. And you can get this all the way from pack 1. But without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay, so this is stage 47, and because I rarely have a look through them, this is what the magazine's looking like. A lot to do with the comic book character, and as you can see, we're going to start the right foot. Well, actually, we're continuing the right foot, because in the last stage, we actually made this one here, and again, lights up when we press the button, so that's all done. We're going to be adding some details to that, and that's pretty much all we're going to be doing in that stage. That's going to complete the right foot. It does show us how this goes together with some sort of expanded photos there, and again a little bit about Iron Man in the comics. What to do with the comics on this one rather than the movie, but that's what that looks like. So this little collection here, including 3 bags of screws, is what we've got in this stage. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be bringing over the boots that we've just done. Move that to one side. I'm going to be putting these round washers just into each section here. We're going to have one in that side, and we're also going to have one in that side there. Now I'm holding it in with my fingers because there's nothing keeping them in place at the moment. To keep them in place, we're going to be putting this metal sheath over the top, which is the front of the boot. So if I lie that down, then push that over the top here, you can see how they're held in like that. Going to be held in with CM screws just from each side here. So that's the first one. I've only put that in loose at the moment, just till I got them both in. Bit of oil, because we are going into metal. And there we go, that's 2, and I'm using my heavy duty screwdriver now just to screw that all the way in on both sides. As you can see, there's enough resistance in there to keep that up. Now we're going to hide those screw holes by having these little silver details here. They're just push-in lugs, so I'll line them up and push that in. So that's the first one. Do the same on the other side here. Line it up and push in. Perfect. Turn it upside down, and obviously we've got the front of the boot now. I'm just going to confirm that's all still working down there. So you see the light comes on. So we're going to be putting the front on. That's just going to go into that section there. That's held in with 2 screws. They're EM screws. So one there, and just one on the other side there. Again, I get more leverage with my heavy duty screwdriver here. You see how much more that can turn? Excellent. And there's the second one. Now in the next stage, they want me to put EP screw in there, which looks like that, but I've already done that. And basically it was just putting the batteries in and putting the cover on there. So that's all there is to do. And then obviously we've got the top here, which has already got a magnet on it. So that's just going to clip into there, which means that that boot is done. And that's all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 48, just keep turning here. As you can see, we're now going to be starting the right knee joint. Not a lot to do. We're going to be putting a little gear inside that knee joint there, and that is all there is to do in that stage. You know what? I was going to cut this open, but my blade, I don't know if you can see it on the scalpel, is actually really blunt at the moment. So I'm going to take that out. So if you have got one of these, I think they're called M3 blades, the way you get them out is you basically take the bottom of them, push them out, and then slide them up, and that's how you get the blade out. That blade has seen better days. So let me just chuck that. I do think I've got these in my Amazon store. To open a new one, we just open it like this. There's the new blade there. And then to put it in, we just make sure it follows the angle that it's got of the blade there. So slide it into the top just like that. And then just hold it like that and push it down. And there we go. New blade on the scalpel. So now that, like butter. I'm happy now. Okay, I should really be using the Partwork upgrades mat on here just to stop it scratching, but I'm hoping not to move it around too much. All we've got is this section here, and we've also got the gear looking like that. That's just going to go over this spindle here, upright. Oop, it's gone too far down. Let me just get that out. Revolve it round so it sits on just like that. That's going to be held in with 2 LM screws. Now these are one of these stages where it's like, oh my god, is that it? Is that all we're doing? Because yes, that is all we're doing. So that's one in that side. Just load up the screwdriver and put one in the other side there and get that nice and tight. Obviously this is going to provide the articulation and also the resistance for the whole leg. So when that's in, that's all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 49, just keep turning here. As you can see here, we're going to be doing some more on the right knee joint. We've got a spring in here, adding all these sections together so that it looks like this when it's finished. So these are all the parts in here. I'll just get all of these out. And the first thing I'm going to do, without losing it, is I need this little bit of adhesive that we've got just here. Now I'm going to take the adhesive off the backing just on one side there, because we need to put this on this washer here. So I'll get that on. I think this is just put in to ensure that it doesn't go wandering when we actually attach this to the next part. I'm going to take off the protective backing on the other side, just like that. So now I have got, I don't know if you can see that, the adhesive on there. And that's just going to go into the middle of that section there. So I think I will just lower this in with my tweezers. And push that down. So now that's seated in there like that. So what we're going to do next is we're going to be taking this gear here, and that's going to go over the top to engage with the gear below it. Then we've got a spring, which is going on top of that. And then this section here, which we put the washer in, is just going to go over the top of all of those to keep them into place. So that's how it's going to look, but we haven't got to attach this at this time. So at the moment it can just sit like that, because that's all there is to do in that stage. Which means the last stage, stage 50, this is halfway through the build, not including the extra parts which may be coming. I believe they are coming after issue 100, which is the battle damage version of the armor. I don't know how many stages this goes to eventually, but the actual finished Iron Man is 100 stages. So let's continue this. So as you see, it's not just the comics I'm just showing you here. It's all about the Marvel movies as well. We're going to continue with the right knee joint. I think we're going to be finishing it off in this one. No, all we're going to be doing by the look of it is just putting some washers in to position here. So once again, cut this open. Let's see what we've got. We've got 3 pieces this time, and all we're going to be doing is taking the washers with the holes in, and we're going to be putting them over this section so that the holes take these metal lugs which are underneath. So if I put one in, you see it sits in just like that. Do the same on the other side here, and they sit in perfectly like that. Now you see we've got this screw cap here. We don't want to lose that because we're not actually using that in that stage, but that was that whole stage. That's a little bit crazy, I have to say. Let's talk about that. Again, not a lot to do on this build. There's very little actually. I mean, I should have looked at the magazines first. My thoughts on this is that, I mean, I love this model. I love the metalwork. I think this is going to look absolutely brilliant when it's done. I don't think I'll be too fussed about paying extra each month or each week to have more parts in one stage, so we finish it quicker, but we're still paying the same amount of money. We've had this conversation endlessly in the past, but you know, you've got to take the price of this model then divide it by however long they want to do it over, which I'm guessing is like 2 years, something like that. And sometimes you are going to get things like this where there's hardly anything to do in the stages. Personally, if we buddied all of that up into one stage, I'd be happy to pay the extra, I think. I don't know. What's your thoughts on it? Not a lot to do, I have to say, but we haven't done an Iron Man standalone video for ages. Most of them have been on live stream, so I hope I can see you there. But over at Fanhome, you've also got the Fast and Furious Dodge Charger, you've got the Knight Rider kit build, and you've also got the R2-D2, you've got the Star Wars bus collection, and you've also got the Star Wars Encyclopedia collection. They've also got some game-related stuff there as well, which I'm not that clued up about, I'll be honest with you, but check out the Fanhome site and you can see what else is over there. But I really do hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Remember, I'm doing a live stream tonight. It's our normal chat Thursday, so hopefully I'll see some of you there. And once again, I'm on a recruitment drive at the moment, so if you haven't pressed that subscribe button, do me a favor, please click that subscribe button and the bell, and you'll be notified every time there's a new video out. Other than that, take care.